Hello. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Speed Gaming 2. This is Super Metroid multi-category tournament. sloaters27 versus Enmet. And I will have the pleasure of commentating an any percent race with my good friend Hockey Towner. And I'm cross-pro. I think I forgot to mention that. What's up, Hockey Towner?
We're just hanging out in this matinee installment of the Super Metroid multi-category tournament. Really looking forward to it.
All right. We'll be underway in just a moment. Hang tight, folks. All right, we're underway.
All right, here we go.
Get your seatbelts fastened. It's going to be a fast one. This is a 2-0 matchup, I believe.
That's right. Both these runners coming into this tournament with very speedy any percent times. Sloaters recently PB'd with a 42.27, and Enmet definitely with a very fast time in any percent, a 46.53.
Yeah, any sub 50 is impressive in my book.
Absolutely. No doubt about that. So we've seen a pretty good mix in the tournament for 90% races. We've seen some PRKD, we've seen some KPDR, and we've seen some hybrid route as well. So I'm curious to see what the runners choose.
Hybrid
Kind
route.
of yeah, hybrid route. Fantoon first, and then Kraid, Dragon, Ridley.
I see. Maybe
Yeah, it was
they
new
want
to
the
me. It
extra
was new
energy
to me
tank out of
too.
Kraid. Oh. All right. Both runners remembering to go to Sarah's station. Excellent.
It's a good thing that they didn't make that wrong turn at Albuquerque Cross.
Yeah, actually, if Samus had taken the baby Metroid to Albuquerque, Ridley never would have found it.
Might have been a better idea. Instead, took it to Sirius Station, handed it off to a bunch of scientists who couldn't defend themselves against a space pelican.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can defeat Ridley without Various suit or super missiles or charge beam. Oh, what's all wrong with these guys? Lying down on the look at them lying down on the job. What the heck?
And now the whole place is going to explode, and they're just bailing. They're just being like, all right, time to leave.
Why does the place explode? Don't you think they'd set the thing to explode as soon as Ridley attacks?
Just
Like, why does the thing only explode after Ridley escapes? What kind of self-defense mechanism is that?
It's
We
mutually
got a 48 and a 45 here, or 245s?
yeah,
Oh,
245.
nice. Really close.
Only 20 hundredths of a second separating them, but like they could have gone with mutually assured destruction. Cross, you're absolutely right. Samus wouldn't have needed to even go down to the planet Zebus.
But the baby.
The baby's part of the mutually assured destruction.
Wait, but well, maybe she wants to save the baby's life. We'll see if these runners can successfully save the baby Metroid's life.
That's true. I mean, if you do game over in this game, it does say find the baby Metroid, but
I don't think it says Babby.
it does not say Babby for sure.
I don't know. I've never died in this game, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well spoken, Cross. Cross product with the revelation that he has never once died in Super Metroid.
Sloaters had gained a couple seconds on Parlor, but he's gonna fall behind to the Moonfall there, and gains a slight lead.
Well, the thing about Moonfall, you know, it's one runner does it, one runner doesn't. So I think that Sloaters will be happy that things are perfectly balanced, as all things should be. But Sloaters, on a personal level, doesn't believe in breaking the laws of physics, even if those physics exist within a video game.
I don't think there's terminal velocity in a vacuum. Just saying.
Are the runners in a vacuum? I guess they're racing by themselves, so they kind of are. But if you won't reach terminal velocity in a vacuum, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, Cross. You just blew my darn mind. I was gonna say something about if the vacuum is a Hoover or Abyssal or something.
Well, I think I don't think there is a vacuum in this game, because that would suck. And Super Metroid's awesome.
That's true. It's incapable for a game that's awesome to suck. So I see what you did there, Cross. Vacuum. Vacuum suck.
If you don't hate Super Metroid, you've never tried to speedrun.
Hey, that's not true, Cross. I have to know that I have speedrun this game, just in a very limited basis.
I'm not saying that you haven't. I'm just saying if one has never gotten mad at Super Metroid. Holy cow, these climbs. Enmet's still slightly ahead of Sloaters, but that time loss from the Moonfall is dwindling here. Sloaters showing some. Oh, and Sloaters actually just took the lead on that missed ledge grab from Enmet.
Absolutely. I think there's a pretty close to sync here as they head into Bomb Terizo. This is really starting to get exciting here.
Yeah, and you just see like a second here, a second there, and Sloaters got the lead back. Even on opening that door, had a little bit smoother of a missile barrage there for Sloaters' side.
Oh, for sure. I'm really curious to see Sloaters against BT. He does this kind of jumping shot strategy that's pretty new to me.
As long as he knows how to count to 5, he can count to 5 however he wants, and that was a fantastic BT fight on both sides. But yeah, I've never seen that. I've never seen that Russian into. Does that reduce lag or something?
I'm not 100% sure, but I vote to call it the twist and shout, since you kind of like jump up and then twist away from BT. But okay. I don't know. My naming conventions for things in this game haven't been well received. But Enmet also had a really clean BT fight, but just a shade slower than Sloaters. But both are into Terminator, so this is essentially a dead heat here. Maybe an item fanfare separating them, half an item fanfare.
Yeah, this room here where Sloaters are centered, this is where we're gonna get the first indication of which route they're taking. And Sloaters, interestingly, is taking damage. He gonna be running. Normally you would either damage boost through all of them or shoot missiles at all of them. It's based on whether or not you want to preserve health for going in the right ship.
No, for sure. Be curious to see what they decide to do. But before they get to their routing decisions, they do have to execute the first major sequence break of the game.
Yeah, I should also point out that you always do the space pirates in that room in pairs. There's 5 of them, so if you boost through one of them, then you have invincibility frames to boost through the next one. By shooting the first one and getting a missile drop off of him, he takes 20 less damage. So, but it does depend on getting the missile drop off of the first one, since you either need 5 missiles or 1 missile in full health as you enter into this room here.
Interesting.
If you have full health, you guarantee missile drops from those frogs, the googly eye frogs.
I do love those googly-eyed frogs. But both runners having executed their early supers mock ball and getting those early supers. So far, some really clean movement from both of them.
So insight from Tracy M in chat, and first of all, thank you, Tracy M, for doing some tournament organizing and making sure people wake up in time to commentate. Anyway, Tracy tells us that Sloaters usually likes to run the same route as his opponents, so that's nice on commentary and viewers. We get a better idea of who's in the lead in that case.
Absolutely, and that's a nice gesture from Sloaters, but just another example of him keeping things balanced. You might say perfectly balanced.
But no, he has to run the opposite route to balance it out. Anyway. I don't know if it's so much a nice gesture as, hey, if this guy's going to take a safe, slower route, I'm going to take a safe, slower route. I'm not dying to Fantoon because my opponent's running a different route here. And here's the moment of truth. He didn't morph, but there he goes. Okay. Yeah, I guess he missed the mock ball entering the red tower room, but it does go down.
Oh,
we'll be fighting Crate first, and Enmet is not. Balance is restored.
Perfectly balanced cross product, as all things should be.
Yeah, and if you're on the West Coast, this might be a balanced breakfast for you. And if you're eating breakfast at 1 o'clock, I'm not shaming you. I also ate breakfast right before this commentary.
Very nice.
Because Tracy woke me up.
Enmet had a really nice red tower climb. I like his strategy to super that ripper at the top. Makes that wall jumping off that platform just a little bit easier.
Yeah, especially
he's gonna go ahead and grab those alpha PBs. But Sloaters is into Crade's warehouse as Enmet does a swaggy D-boost to grab those power bombs. We'll see Sloaters set up for the Crade quick kill soon. Well, that should make Sloaters happy. Balance is restored. Sloaters is a man who appreciates balance. But looks like he's got the morph. Reduce the lag as Crate appears from the bottom of his own fighting chamber. I don't know what else to call it.
I'm sure there's some financial joke with appreciating balance.
You kidding me? Sloaters is like 15. He's never balanced a checkbook, and he never will. He's probably not going to appreciate that comment either.
Oh, we got a CWJ here from Enmet. Looks like a good jump. Can he keep his momentum through the item fanfare here? Oh, I was wrong. The jump wasn't as spot on as I was led to believe. Second try. The item fanfare, even if you do get that first jump, the item fanfare, it's a little tough on your rhythm. But yeah, using that moonwalk to his advantage. It's not just for moonfalling, folks. You can set up nifty little tricks like continuous wall jump there. Sloaters grabbing the Crady tank.
From the janitor's closet, Cross.
The frog pocket, yeah.
finally the two titans of commentary are going to differ on their ideology. The frog pocket versus the janitor's closet.
Yeah, I do like.
I've been waiting the whole tournament for this moment.
I do like janitor's closet.
I also like frog pocket. I think the next time I do solo comms, I'm going to use frog pocket, and I do not expect reciprocity cross product.
I expect it. I don't even know the meaning of the word. I will use janitor's closet.
Oh my goodness! There we have reciprocity. Balance is restored. I think we're all right.
Alright, we'll see what kind of patterns we get for Fantoon. Enmet, it looks like he's getting slow in round 1. Got good missile count here. Ooh. Was ready to hit that eyeball, then got knocked back by the flames, unfortunately. So got a fast open though, that's fine. Got 4
Energy's
missiles.
looking pretty good too.
Oh, well, that's 5. Fantoon has 2,500 health. Get those drops. At least one of those hit the wall.
That was a really solid second round from Enmet.
Should be finishing him up, provided he can get enough missile drops here. Sloater is picking up my favorite item in the game, high jump boots, as well as his 3rd energy tank. So, oh yeah, Fantoon's done for Enmet. So when Sloaters gets to Fantoon, not only is he going to have 2 energy tanks on Enmet, but he also takes 50% reduced damage with that Varia suit. So it's going to be a much safer fight for him. He also might go for some X Factor strats, because he'll go in there with Charge Beam and Wave Beam. So...
very good observation, Cross. So a totally different fight from Sloaters against Fantoon with all those additional items. But we'll see what sort of route Enmet takes. I mean, anything's on the table right now.
Maybe he'll do Dragon next, so he can have space jump. Anyway, Enmet's looking good on health. He's going to need to take a minimum of 120 damage in the bowling room. And that's one of the... actually, almost as dangerous as the Fantoon fight itself can be that bowling room, where you have to jump across the spikes to get to the Chozo statue.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But Sloaters has got the speed booster now. So, Cross, I heard that the speed booster item is really unique in that it allows Samus to increase her movement velocity. I believe that's
what direction you're running.
It does depend on the direction. But Sloater's not using Moonwalk, so he doesn't have to worry about walking backwards and not going faster. But who knows what other secrets lie in the speed booster. Something about stored fast, Maniacal was telling me about, and unleashing of that fast. Maybe you can elaborate on that, Cross.
I mean, you don't even technically need speed booster to do that, as long as you have enough power bombs. But so yeah, this will allow Sloaters to employ a technique known as the Shine Spark. All right, Enmet gets through bowling room with the minimum damage. Very good. He did have enough energy to tank 1 extra hit there, but doesn't need to. So yeah, if Sloaters runs a certain distance, Samus will become a blue blur. She can crouch and then store what's known as a Shine Spark. That allows the runner to fly in a straight line until they collide with terrain. And Sloaters is going to be using this technique in a couple of places just to save time, but most importantly as easy entry into wrecked ship. Now, you might have blinked and missed Enmet's continuous wall jump, but that's a rather finicky trick. It's a frame-perfect jump from, I want to say, within a couple frames. The first jump, I think you have a couple frames of leeway, but the actual wall jump where you're on the other side of the pedestal in the moat, that's frame perfect. And yeah, that can give even the best of runners a little bit of trouble. But Sloaters, with that Shine Spark technique, which you're about to see here, by the way, this is called the Alpha Spark. If you're watching Sloaters right now and you want to see that Shine Spark, he's going to use this technique to enter the wrecked ship without having to worry about that finicky trick. And really nice.
Well executed from Sloaters on that Alpha Spark. Very nice.
And should be heading into Norfair now. He'll actually be fighting Ridley next if he's following the formula, but as you've said... Oh, nice hero shot from Sloaters. That's one I gotta learn.
I love it. I love that climb for the red tower. Just manipulating that hitbox to make it on top of that ledge.
Couldn't have said that any better.
I don't believe that for a second, Cross. I know you could. I know you could. Shout out to my ISP for allowing me to reset the commentary stream every 30 seconds to keep up. But I'd also like to give a very special shout out to the providers of the cash prizes in the top 16 or top 8 of the 16 playoff bracket. Big shout outs go to MegaCat Studios and Bowles Guarana. So, yeah, anyone who finishes in the top 8 of the playoffs after these Swiss rounds is going to receive a cash prize provided by those two generous sponsors.
All right, here we're going to see Sloaters employ that Shine Spark to interact ship. And it looks like he's going to be going for an Ocean Fly and go through both rooms with a single Shine Spark.
Woo!
Enmet is in the can room, heading to the high jump boots. If you look
Oh my
at
goodness, the can room.
It looks like a
I
leg
love
with a knee-high boot. Or thigh-high, whatever they're called. A boot.
Dun,
Or
dun,
like a
dun, dun,
stock.
dun, 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 dun.
Hey, now don't get the VOD muted.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is copyrighted. And also, I don't want Tracy to tell me not to sing anymore, so I better refrain from singing too much.
All right, Sloaters will be entering his Fantoon fight, and despite having that 200 energy, he did use a lot of that energy on those Shine Sparks. Shine Sparking actually does cost you energy per frame that you're flying through the air. But yeah, about the same amount of energy that Enmet had. However, with the Varia suit, basically has double. You know, in effect, and he only has one power bomb, but I think I think Sloaters is going to do a hybrid. He'll do one X Factor and then finish off Fantoon with a Doppel.
He's got the charge shot, charging up that X Factor.
Well, so he had 4 particles coming on the screen, trying to get all those to hit Fantoon, and the bottom right one actually hit a flame. So he doesn't. Let's see if he does his math right, or if he just opts for a 3-round. And Met's heading up to his speed booster here. Wow, really nice. Even with the missed X Factor particles, still manages to get a 2-round.
That was a very impressive fight from Sloaters.
I could be wrong, but I did see a missile drop from that flame as the X Factor came in. He might have shot it. No, I think pretty sure that particle hit the flame. Well, let's see. Each particle does 300 damage. It's 900. And then the charge shot itself is 150, so that's 1,000. So he still needs 9 missiles. So yeah, if he can Doppel, if he can get 4 missiles, with 2 double volleys, then he can land 5 missiles in a super. He can still do it with a missed X Factor particle.
Hey, Cross, do you mind repeating that? I wasn't paying attention.
I'll just type it in chat.
Oh, I'm just pulling your leg, Cross. That emote combo is so good. Oh boy.
Wow, fantastic attic from Sloaters. That's something that you don't see in New Route because you wouldn't have a speed booster.
So Chad asking us, Cross, can our commentators tell us what a down back is?
Yeah, that's when you press left to go right. But you also have to be pressing down.
Yeah, you just it's kind of like a damage boost, but worse. Because damage boosts are the best.
So
and down backs are the worst.
You can only down back if you enter a falling state. You enter a falling state either by walking off a ledge, taking damage in midair, or unmorphing in midair, I think.
Sure hope you're not asking me, Cross, because I don't have the slightest idea.
I think unmorphing in midair puts you in a falling state, or does it take you out of a falling state?
Somebody in chat will know, and I know they'll tell us.
I think unmorphing puts you in a falling state. Yeah, because if you... Unmorphing midair put you in a falling state. Okay.
French Lightning John is the MVP.
I was gonna make a Shine Spark tutorial, and falling states are really important in Shine Sparks because you can't Shine Spark if you're in a falling state. Anyway, But yeah, there's a thing called a falling state, and if you're in a falling state, you press down and backwards, you will actually glide forward with the reduced hitbox of an aim down animation. Enmet's actually gonna fight Kraid before Ridley.
Well, this might be Picard here. Might be PKRD.
Season 1 just finished.
How was it? I was thinking about checking it out, but instead I've been watching a lot of the Super Metroid multi-category tournament instead.
You made an excellent choice. I'm not saying. I mean, I made an excellent choice, and you made an excellent choice. We both did what we wanted to do this week.
You might even say that we've been keeping things balanced.
Jeez.
I'm not trying to belabor the point or anything, but...
Oh, so yeah, it looks like we're actually gonna have.
That's the hybrid.
We are gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go Dragon to get Space Jump and Plasma. I see.
That is the eponymous hybrid route.
I wonder if the big time loss on this route is the 2 elevator rides, right? Because you have to go into Norfair and leave an extra time. So I guess we actually have some convergence here. Sloaters just entered the tube, and Enmet is a few rooms away from it. Sloaters also has an energy tank that Enmet will, at minimum, have to pick up one more.
So things are definitely starting to heat up here, it seems.
No, they just left Norfair.
Oh my goodness. Cross. Why you gotta do me dirty like that?
No, they don't go through the door until after they pick up Plasma Beam.
Oh my goodness. So for those of you in chat who are wondering what's going on, if you're suffering from a little bit of confusion, this is a any percent category race in the Super Metroid multi-category tournament between sloaters27 and Enmet. All other questions must be submitted in writing.
How did Sloaters get so good at Batwoon? Oh, I have to submit that in writing?
Yeah, anyway, you're off the hook, Ross.
So Batwoon requires 10 super missiles, and each of those little pink X Factor particles counts as 1 super missile for the purpose of that fight, at least. And yeah, he landed all 4 and got 6 out of 7 super missiles fired. And we're going to see one of the best tricks in the game for Sloaters here. This is called Full Halfie, is what he's going to be attempting to do. He's going to try to Shine Spark across the entire room there. We call this room the Coliseum.
Well,
because I call it as I see him.
Yeah, exactly. See, I was told, Cross, my information differs a little bit. I was told that that room is called Coliseum simply because it has sand on the bottom of it, like the Coliseum does. It does, but there's a lot of rooms in Meridia that have sand.
Yeah, but it's also bowl shaped, right? A half-halfie is when you Shine Spark from the room in the left and you bonk on the platform in the middle.
That's the quarter halfie. So half of a halfie is a quarter. Absolutely. Sloater's opening up against Dragon, though, with a 1-2 combo of Shine Spark and X Factor.
And gets a good pattern from Dragon, instant goop. Let's see if he can close it out. And he does. Gets a blue suit here. He's going to try to convert this to a flash suit. So
incredible.
Either one of these methods are... yeah, doesn't get the flash suit, so he does still have a Shine Spark stored, so he can go through the Coliseum backwardsly. However, he is unable to dash in this state, or else he'll lose that stored Shine Spark. If he were able to convert to the flash suit, that would allow him to also dash. So he's gonna lose a little bit of time as he has to walk from point A to point B, but then when he Shine Sparks from point B to point C, he'll more than make that up.
Absolutely. So a little high five here from our runners. Enmet entering Dragon as Sloaters leaves. So is Flash Suit a relatively newer term, Cross? Because I always heard it referred to as a spike suit, but did it change because you don't necessarily have to damage yourself on spikes to get it, or?
They're synonymous. Either term is acceptable. You could also say yellow suit, according to the speedrunning wiki, which, by the way, if you want to know anything about speedrunning Super Metroid, go to wiki.supermetroid.run.
Right on.
I'm on that page like 3 times a day, and yet I can't remember the URL.
Oh man, we appreciate your honesty, Cross.
Oh, almost getting a really fast Dragon fight here for Enmet. Was 1 missile short? You gotta be kidding
Oh
me.
my goodness. At least got a swoop pattern there to finish it off. Nice fight from Enmet.
Unfortunately missed one of his shine sparks, but he had a really nice recovery there, and he's not going to go for that spike suit or spark suit or flash suit or yellow suit or whatever. And yeah, strongest beam in the game for Sloaters here.
Do love the plasma beam. Not a huge fan of the plasma beam without wave, though.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well have Spazer. You know what? When I was a kid, I used to turn off wave beam. I'd get Spazer and wave beam. But I didn't like the way that wave beam made your beam, like, go, like, big and small and big and small. I was like, why would I want to not shoot him in a straight line and keep the full spread? Like this,
Right.
the Spazer alone is better because it covers more area than Spazer wave. So I used to turn off wave beam.
It also, I think it sounds the best out of all of them. You know, they all make different sounds. I think it has the best beam sound. But don't take my word for it.
I really noticed that. I obviously Ice Beam makes a different sound. I didn't really think about that.
Yeah, I believe each one makes just a slightly different sound. I'm not 100% sure.
The more you find
I don't claim to have vast knowledge of this game or anything. I'm pretty much a novice, but I sure do enjoy it.
Wow, Sloaters even picked up an extra energy tank in this route. And an extra missile pack? Sloaters.
He's going with race safe strats for sure.
Yeah, no, I can't blame him. He does have the movement prowess to keep a fast run, even with suboptimal as far as straight time route. But like you said, those race safeties are a valid strategy. I like it.
Absolutely. So Sloater's picking up the last beam of the game here. As far as pickups go, he gets the ice beam, which Cross, I'm told, makes anyone very popular at summer barbecues and get-togethers. Keeps the beverages ice cold all day long into the night. Very handy item.
I believe you heard correctly. What do you want? What do you want from me?
I just want your validation, Cross. Oh man. Oh, what a hoot.
Sloaters is taking the Frog Speedway route here to get in the lower Norfair. I thought that the speed tunnel underneath ice was faster. And certainly it's good for an energy refill if you want to stop for it, but Sloaters is going to go through Retro Norfair here.
Yeah, that's right. I thought that Croc Speedway was faster, but Sloaters must have his reasons.
I think it's faster if you do all the tech. And Sloaters as... Wait, does Sloaters run? Oh, you know what? Okay, so I think Sloaters normally runs a new route, which doesn't have speed booster when they pick up ice. I think that's the thing. So it might be a comfort thing.
Gotcha. We also have a absolute cavalcade of answers in chat. Looks like you got some power bombs.
Yeah, Zosti hitting us with the knowledge. Thank you.
Yeah.
But you can farm power bombs from the Dragon Balls by the orange door. Maybe it's a little slower.
Perhaps so. But Chabo in chat, Southern route is faster with ideal execution, but Northern route is easier to do fast. So that might be that. And talk about going fast, so Sloaters with a great fast pillars executing that shine spark.
Yeah, he did farm power bombs. You do want to have at least 4 power bombs entering lower Norfair, because you use a power bomb and then you pick up 2 from the lower Norfair Dragon Balls. And, well, he got fast pillars, so he doesn't need all of them. If you miss the Shine Spark in the Pillar's Lava Rise room, then you actually do need all 5 power bombs, or you'll be forced to rely on very, very small chance drops, or pick up an extra item pack, which always costs time in an item fanfare.
Oh, for sure. So Enmet going with the more traditional, I suppose, southern route there. Skipping the Nutella refill. He's got very good energy.
Why do we always name things after people that, like, forget about them, or like, but there's also the Leodox room because Leodox messed up in that room. There's the Nutella refill because Nutella forgot that existed one time.
The Sloaters refill used to be called the Sloaters refill, but now it's the refill formerly known as the Sloaters refill. But I think that wasn't because he forgot about it. I think early in his speedrunning career he utilized that refill a lot. At least that's what I heard.
I thought it was because like he thought he discovered it or something.
Oh,
no one knows about this energy refill.
Nobody knows about this. I mean, there's only 3 other refills.
Remember, I said you want to have 4 power bombs entering Lower Norfair. Enmet's only gonna have 4, so he is gonna have to get this Shine Spark. Okay, that's enough. It saves him a power bomb, so that's all he really needed out of that.
So he's got exactly enough. Sloater's opening up against Ridley with the full beam combo, charge shots, just taking this Space Pelican to task.
Yep, 20 charge shots with this beam combo.
Now, what about the Chronic Boost? I mean, Chronic Sauce got something cool named after him. Chronic Boost is some OG tech for sure.
Apparently, Nutella just wanted to lay claim to that energy refill. And if you can do that, I'm laying claim to the energy refill in Pink Prince Star. Because no one ever sees it unless you're running Mappo. or doing a bingo. You could see it in a bingo.
Or doing a bingo, that's right.
Yeah, Enmet, I'm not sure what happened with Enmet's power bomb count there. But he was right to do a bomb spread there instead of use a power bomb on the bricks. Oh no, because he missed. Okay, so he saved a power bomb but was short a power bomb. So it was the equivalent of just coming in with full power bombs and missing the Shine Spark.
So yeah, breaking even.
Right. Yeah. Balance is restored.
A little high five here at Wasteland. Enmet heading in against the Metal Pirates.
And Sloaters is on his way out of Lower Norfair, and he's already killed Crate, so he is on his way to the Golden Force statues, Torian, Mother Brain, and the ending.
It's got 50 HP leaving Lower Norfair. This is the clenchiest part of the run, I think, and now he's choosing to skip
speaking of... Yeah, if that fireball actually hit him, that's a death. If he touches one of the 3 Musketeers, that's an instant kill here as well. Gonna play it safe.
That's a really smart play from Sloaters.
Oh, jeez. That was... Oh, he had picked up an energy drop, I think, from one of the... Yeah. So even if he does take a hit from that last one, since he picked up energy, he would have been fine. They'll do 50 damage against Gravity Suit.
Right on. Enmet with a really solid fight against Ridley so far. Landing those charge beam shots.
Oh, nice grab.
That was an interesting pickup by Ridley. I've never seen him go that high before.
Oh, that's a good point. Those are funes. They're not Namahes. Maybe the fune fireballs don't do as much. The Namahes are the ones that look like they have eyes.
Yeah, they have like a face, right? They're not just a mouth. They have like eyes and stuff.
Yeah,
maybe kind of, sort of.
Yeah, the funes look like the xenomorphs, because they don't have eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great way of describing them.
So Namahes definitely do 50 damage. I don't know about the funes. I thought they were the same, but I could be wrong.
Well, as we've said before, Cross, someone in chat will tell us. And I might sound a little bit sarcastic, a little sardonic there, but we do encourage you to, give us some information that's accurate if we get something wrong.
Yeah, and if you want to actually just go ahead to wiki.supermetroid.run, I'm sure that information is there.
Absolutely.
And you also find an invitation to our Discord server if you want to talk to anybody. If you have any questions about speedrunning, tons of people in there. Love helping out new runners.
Speaking of starting off in Super Metroid speedrunning, I love a tournament style like this with the Swiss rounds and with the multiple categories, because it really kind of forces maybe like a person that really likes rando or a person that really likes any percent or hundo to kind of push themselves out of their comfort zones and to practice some, maybe more challenging or maybe less practiced routing in all these categories. So far it's been a really terrific tournament.
Yep. Enmet actually grabbed the Ridley energy tank, so not only does he get a refill, but he also gets a little bit of a buffer against the Mother Brain fight. Since
Absolutely.
you do need to finish Mother Brain's first 2 phases and have at least 300 energy left over. Sorry, 301.
Gotta have over 300.
Over 300, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sloater's making it to G4. He did not execute Fantoon skip in this run, so that's good.
Slaughter's his ammo's looking pretty good here too. At minimum, he's gonna want 15, 10. So at minimum, he's gonna need 9 super missiles, or else take a refill at some point after the baby.
Oh, for sure. His energy and ammo's looking great. Enmet's is looking terrific too as he heads up to Brinstar.
I believe Enmet also has 20 missiles, so he's gonna need 9 supers. But yeah, having full super missiles. Well, he'll have 9 super missiles since he has to shoot a green gate. But he also has to shoot the pink door. I guess he'll also have 8. Anyway.
Anyway, Sloater's making
Sloaters
is into Torian.
Already not getting the drops that he wants. Good grouping strat. Broke even in that room.
I love that first Metroid room.
Oh,
It
no.
was really well executed. Ooh.
Yeah, he missed.
Got a little unlucky there.
Okay, so yeah, he should have full health. Let's just let the drops talk. All right, uses regular missiles because he wants to make sure that he's got enough supers to finish the game, and gets a nice damage boost off of the Rinka entering the Dust Torizo room. Sephi loves it when people shoot the Dust Torizo.
Well, definitely, Sloater's keeping things very crisp. You might even say quality crisp through those Metroid rooms. Shout out to Steffi.
Oh, he tripped on the gamer.
Those blasted gamers. Enmet with a really nice space boost through the parlor. I love that strat. Maniacal helped us come up with a name for it. It's simply known as the jump. Not a jump, but the jump.
The jump. Oh, Enmet actually got a super drop off of one of the space pirates, so he's not gonna have to.
Lucky.
Likely not gonna have to worry about his ammo at all here. But Sloaters just has an insurmountable lead at this point, barring any unforeseen circumstances. But who could see those coming, right?
Who could really see those coming? But yeah, Sloater's setting up for a Zeb skip here. Going with the standard ice beam setup. Well executed.
First try. He does have 1 extra super missile here. Oh, the mustard beam blocked his very last missile.
Oh my goodness. Sloater's heading in against Mother Brain 2 here. Enmet making it down into the Metroid rooms. Mother Brain definitely being a little bit on the more aggressive side here.
Yeah, as are the Metroids for Enmet, unfortunately, but he does get the grouping strats, which ensures that he's going to have enough ammo to finish off Mother Brain 1. Oh, he actually has 25 missiles, so he only needs less than that. He only needs 7 super missiles, optimally.
Right on. Well, that's good. It's always good to have more firepower, more ammunition, more better is what I say.
Oh.
Was that Count Von Count or was that Jabba the Hutt or maybe something else, Cross?
It's Tim Allen.
Oh, more power, absolutely, yeah.
Alright, we'll see if Sloaters can save the Babby. That was what this whole mission was about, I believe.
That's right. Our Babby's all grows up and, you know, doing his own thing, got a college degree, just, you know, sucked all the energy out of Mother Brain 2. It's really proud of...
Enmet's got a nice baby skip going here. Nails it. So he can actually skip this energy refill here, which is nice. But unfortunately not going to be quite enough. Now, if Sloater somehow falls asleep during the escape and runs out of time, that's one possibility.
It is possible, and with Sloater's desire to keep everything perfectly balanced, he may just tank 2 losses to finish the first 4 rounds 2-2. So, it's definitely possible.
Aren't we in round 3?
Yeah, like he would have to tank this match and then tank the next one, and he'd be 2-2 through the first 4 rounds, and everything would be perfectly balanced.
It doesn't sound like a good strategy, though, to be perfectly honest.
Well, he is a tournament organizer, so he wants to keep things fair, you know, so there's no controversy regarding his progression through the Swiss rounds. No, I'm just kidding. Sloaters and all the rest of the TOs have been doing things all above board.
Now, what does that Japanese text say at the bottom?
I think it says time bomb set, escape immediately.
Ah.
But I'm not 100% sure because I don't read Japanese.
Does the Japanese text cause lag?
Sorry there, Cross, missed the end of it.
That's alright.
Oh, come on. What did you say? It sounded insightful.
I said, does the Japanese text cause lag? Because there's more sprites on the screen, right?
I'm not 100% sure. Perhaps someone in chat will tell us.
So emulators are allowed for official SRL races, for leaderboards, and for this tournament, as long as you are using an accurate emulator that appropriately outputs lag as it should. For example, not ZSNES. Let's see if Sloaters remembers to turn around and save the animals. Forgot to save Babby, maybe.
Like he made a valiant effort at saving Babby, but unfortunately, in his grief, he's elected to not save the animals as well. But finishes with an official SRL time of 45 minutes and 23 seconds. GG's to this afternoon's winner, Sloaters.
Yeah, GG. Solid 45 there.
And Enmet has had a really good Mother Brain 1 and 2 fight. He's just sitting through the Babby cutscene now. But not far behind at all. Emmet being gifted the hyper beam from the baby.
The baby.
Is it?
You have to say it like the baby.
The baby. using that hyper beam from the baby to inflict massive damage to Mother Brain's face.
This is
snapping her head back.
Strongest beam in the game, 1,000 damage. That's 100 more damage than a full charge ice wave plasma. It might not be more than murder beam actually, but the highest non-glitch beam.
With a name like murder beam.
There's also a chainsaw beam.
Chainsaw beam, holy smokes.
And a space-time beam which does so much damage the game just overflows and resets. Murder beam is like 2 DPS. DPS or damage per frame? DPS real time. Okay, yeah. But what's the damage in game time? It's a significant difference. For those that don't know, this murder beam kills not only your foes, but also your frames. It causes a ton of lag.
Oh my goodness. Enmet with a really tidy moonfall there in the Leodoc's room. Making his escape now, going for one more spark up the climb, going with the Behemoth Spark, really well executed.
X Factor does 300 damage per particle, so if you land them all, that's 1,200.
Gotta give the nod for DPS, though, to the Hyper Beam there.
And Hyper is 1,000 damage, yep. Alright, and Enmet, again, just as I said, 4802 on screen, and official SRL times 4808, okay. Yeah, so like I said, anything under 50 minutes for any percent is really impressive, so well played on both runners' part here. Congratulations to Sloaters for the W today.
Absolutely. So I think Sloaters has joined us. GG's and congrats on the W, Sloaters.
Hey, thanks guys.
So I saw in chat that you were a little bit, shall we say, disgruntled that Enmet chose to do Fantune first, whereas you headed down to Kraid. So was there some sort of agreement between you and Enmet before the race?
No, so I didn't know what route he does. So I was watching the restream and seeing what he did at the Pirates. He frickin' ran through him. So I'm like, alright, he's going to Kraid, obviously. But he pulled a fast one on me and he went up. So
Yep. Very good strategy.
For fast one in a race. So yeah, I brought up the wiki page, and Funes actually only do 2 damage if you have gravity suit, not 50. I had it mixed up with the nominee, so.
I think their fireballs do like 15, but maybe like hitting them themselves is like 2 or something.
Oh.
Yeah. They don't do a ton.
You can
gravity.
You can touch them. I guess you could Kago into them. They actually do damage.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Right on, right on. So Sloaters, you're 3-0 heading into week 4. It must really grind your gears to not have a balanced win-loss record.
Well, you know, we're 3 down, 3 more to go, so there's always room for balance in the future.
Oh man, we'd like to welcome in today's runner-up, Enmet. GG's on a really good run and race.
Thank you.
So I don't know if you were listening to the restream just now, but Sloater said that he had the restream up. He was unsure of the route you were going to take, Enmet, but saw you tank the damage through the Pirates, had not a Terminator, but then you went up at Red Tower to do Fantune first.
Yeah, I just have no idea what I'm doing. I was actually kind of torn on what to do, but I managed to, by Green Brinstar, you could see me in the main room killing those, what are those, green frogs? Yeah, in the main room. And that was me basically trying to make up for the pirates' damage, so I kind of just made up my mind by that point.
No, gotcha. I mean, to our eyes, I don't think you looked like you didn't know what you were doing. That was really well executed. Across, I echo your sentiments. Anyone who can run consistently under 50 minutes in any percent is a very, very, very capable runner. So, GG's. That was very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for throwing you guys off there because I could hear you guys saying, "All right, he's going down to crate." Nope. and then, all right, well, he's going to Ridley soon. Nope. So
Whoops.
that was actually kind of funny too. I'm actually surprised that so few people know about the hybrid route. It's not really that new or anything. It's just this good mix of old and routes. You got the good, well, a bit harder early game, but the fun late game with plasma beam and all that.
No, for sure, for sure. I think it's a great route to run. Absolutely.
Why don't you just go to Dragon before Norfair and Crystal Flash clip up to Batoon?
Are we still talking about any percent?
I mean, you would have to pick up 2 extra power bombs, so it would probably wouldn't be worth the 2 elevator rides that you're saving. But yeah. So yeah, having speed booster for Meridia is really nice.
No question about it. So we're looking ahead to week 4, round 4 of Swiss action in this multi-category tournament. Looks like the categories are going to be low percent ice. That's its first appearance in this tournament. 100% item collection and GT Classic. So things really starting to heat up in this tournament. What are your thoughts heading into week 4?
I'm excited to see some low percent races. I mean, we've seen a few RBO ones this week so far, so that's good to see. The more difficult categories are getting some play time in the Swiss rounds. So hopefully I get to, play low percent, but we'll see depending on who the opponent is and whatnot.
For sure. Enmet, any thoughts as we head into week 4?
No, I pretty much agree. It's great to see low percent there. It's definitely going to raise the stakes.
Oh, right on. Well, before we close out here, I'd like to remind you all that we have a very stacked rest of the week and weekend. We have a lot of matches today. So coming up in an hour at 3 p.m. is Junie June versus J-Chalk. That's going to be over on SpeedGaming 4. Followed immediately after by 2 races, Timo Chun versus B Frobber at 5 p.m., also on SpeedGaming 4. And at 5:30, White Mage Becky versus Mumu Diddy on SpeedGaming 6. And then into the primetime slots, we've got Kip versus Galamaz on SpeedGaming 4. At 9 o'clock, the Toaster versus Andrew on SpeedGaming 6. And finishing out the primetime for Thursday evening, P-Toil versus Gameaholic on SpeedGaming 4. So plenty more Super Metroid multi-category tournament action heading your way.
Yeah, and looks like we have a packed schedule on the Speed Gaming Network as a whole as well. If you head on over to the link I just posted in chat, we have tons of Super Metroid that Hockey Towner went over. We also have some Link to the Past randomizer, Final Fantasy randomizer, Metroid Prime 2 randomizer.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it sounds so exotic,
Yeah, so check out the Speed Gaming schedule, and thank you again to our sponsors. Prizes provided by Mega Cat Studios and Balls Guarana. And yeah, so just let Hockey Towner close us on up here. Make sure you follow these runners. They
Absolutely.
did an excellent job doing. They did all the work today. I just said some dumb things for an hour.
I'll take that one.
Great.
Emphasis on dumb for the things coming out of my mouth today. But Cross, it's always a pleasure to do commentary with you. We always have a lot of fun. But with congratulations.
I think he said, "See you next mission."
Who did?
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit again. So, congratulations, Sloaters, for the win. Thank you very much, Sloaters and Enmet, for the run. And any final words before I close us out?
Just good game to Enmet again. Pleasure getting to race them, I think, for the first time in a tournament. And thank you guys for doing the commentary. I really enjoyed it.
Great. Well, thank you all very much. I will see you next mission. And don't forget to check out that schedule to find out when that is. Everyone, have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day. and go eat lunch. Bye.